Let's paint a picture. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Ken Johnson. Today, we're going to be painting a picture. As I've said before, this is not a niche channel so much as it's a live channel. One of the things I do is paint pictures. I paint pictures on feathers, which is kind of unique. So this is a little feather. If you've never seen this before, I've got a video where I did one similar to this one that you can watch. And then I've got another one that is a Christmas ornament feather painting video I did last year. It took off really well, which is surprising because my viewing audience is roughly about 75 to 80% males at any given time watching the videos, and they're between the ages of 18 and 55. And so I find it interesting that, you know, I've got a huge male population and I got a fantastic following for this art. I used to do more art like this, but in 2019, I was in a really bad wreck and it messed up my eyes, messed up a lot of things with me. I've never fully recovered. So it's difficult for me to do these paintings, more difficult than what it was back before 2019 for the wreck. Then 2021, I had my Facebook page, my Feather Paintings by Ken Johnson feather painting page. It got the whole count. My regular account, that account, my publishing company account, all of that got hacked. And I never was able to get it back. Facebook, which is now Meta, they refused to take any action. They refused to do anything. They were useless. And as such, I lost everything. I had to rebuild. An ethical hacker said it was going to be about $300 for them to hack the account for me to get it back. And I was just like, no. Forget it. So at any rate, I thought you would like these. And so, yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. I thought I'd do a nice little feather painting here. So what we're going to do is like we normally do and just do a base coat. I've been doing some painting already today, so we're going to continue with that and do another blue background real quick. So all I do is take some light blue and some white, and we're just painting with the grains as much as possible, as light as possible. I am doing this so light it's unreal. Everybody's like, how do you keep your feathers from not splitting and doing all the other stuff? How do you keep it, you know, do like it's supposed to do? Light touch. 3 hairs and some arrows. See how I'm just barely touching that? Now I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go ahead and paint this. I'll come right back and show you the finished product. Alright, so we're done with that right now. We're going to let that dry. Alright, so you'll notice that there's this color coming through. That's because I used a very cheap white base. I'm going to just add the pure white on now. I've got some blue mixed in. Because it's been on the feather, now I can, and it's sealed the veins together, I can now be more aggressive with it and apply more. And because it has the blue, even though this white looks super solid right now, because it's a cheap white paint, it's going to actually dry more clear than not because there's not much pigment in it. A good quality acrylic will have a lot of acrylic base in it, and it'll also have a lot of pigment. And this white paint is just some cheap Walmart garbage. But I can't find a good quality acrylic where I'm buy big tubes of white. So that's where I'm at now. And so that very blue background will show through some. You won't, you'd think it won't, but it will. Oops, I'm getting those little hairs, little feathers. I'm used to holding the feather up and painting, so oh well. Got some wispy bits. It happens. No problem. Now it just looks, see how that just kind of goes on it like that? You just go over it and it's alright. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of that lake blue. This is a better quality from Hobby Lobby. Not that I'm a fan of Hobby Lobby, but I think you've heard me rant about them before. I don't really care for them. But the small tubes of the Master's Touch paints do pretty well. And so now I'm just getting some more blue going here. Don't take much. Doesn't take much. Just put a few drops of water on my brush, and what that'll do is make all these little brush strokes just kind of fade away a little bit. Not totally, but a little bit. You'd be amazed at how much of this will not show. Alright, so there we go. Alrighty, so I'm looking at this, trying to figure out what I want. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I think that I want it like that. And so therefore what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some white paint and mix it with some red paint and a lot of water. And the reason for that is that a light or thinner paint will go over a thicker paint. And right now this is wet, and I am wanting this to be almost like ink going on, because once it dries, it'll actually dry faster because of the water, and it'll dry right on top, and it'll look faded, and everybody's like, how in the world did you get that to do like that? Well, tricks. Lots and lots of tricks. Alright, so I'm gonna do this right here. That's too, need to be thinner. More water. This needs to be thinner than ink. Alright. And see how that goes on top, and it's not mixing. More water. Just a ton of water. Now. There's a thing in ancient theology. It's also in painting. As above, so below. So what you do is you just take it and you drag it down. Just drag it down. That's going to kind of create an illusion of a rising waterline. Back when this dries. Alright, so this is now dry. I want to take some different browns and just kind of mix it with some phthalo green and kind of get a nice dark color going on here. And this is to kind of mimic some trees. And then I'm going to take this brush here and add some white right here. We're going to do some clouds. Take a little bit of this kind of a yellowish orange color, kind of get some cheery little clouds going up in the background. And just kind of where we lost the definition there, just kind of, there we go. Maybe some clouds live up here. Alright. Now, I'm going to take this brush here. Any brush I do, I just like using chip brushes and things of that nature for right now. I'm going to take some phthalo blue. Squirt a dab of that out there. Take some white and this purple that I got. It's violet. And we'll mix the violet and the purple together. Not much, just a little bit. This we're going to do like this. Don't worry, I know it looks like I'm muddying everything up. Don't worry about that. I'll actually dry off my brush with this cotton swab or cotton ball. Not gonna wet it. And now I'm gonna take and do there we go. See how that kind of looks like water? Like that. Yeah. Alright. Don't want to lose it. A lot more to do. Alright, we're going to come back, let this dry, and I'll show you the next steps. So what I'm doing is I'm just having a little bit of separation here. Oops, got a little bit too much. All right, there we go. Got too much water on that brush. So go take this. There we go there. Okay, so what we're doing here is just taking a little bit of white and some green and brown and just made a very muted green here to use, kind of give the illusion of trees. Then we'll just come back here, and this right here, we'll do like that. Alright, so one thing we're going to do now is just kind of make a line here. Just kind of paint that in good. Now okay, like that. That what we'll do is take some raw umber, some burnt umber, we'll just kind of get that in there good like that. I can't help it. Anybody knows me knows I have to have some birds somewhere. Little V birds in the background. Okay. Continued. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to just okay. Now we'll just kind of lightly. And we'll take a little bit of brown and some green. We'll do bit of white in there. Just kind of make it pop a little bit better. Got a little bit of too wet. Not a problem. If you find out you mess up something there, you can just undo it. So I'm going to take some black and some permanent black and grass green, and we're just going to keep mixing this until we get some very dark greens like that. Now we're getting somewhere. Let this dry. Alright, so now what we're going to do, just kind of get some little grass growing stuff. Get some green. Now I'm going to do something a little weird. I'm going to take that red and that blue, a little bit of water. All right. Go back to that blue. Go into some white. Right. This is about right. Okay. Now I'm going to take this and this. I'm gonna go black first. I'm gonna let that dry. I'll come right back. Alright, so I'm wanting to kind of put some little accents here. So what I'm doing, just mixed a little bit of yellow ochre with some white, and I'm just kind of Alright, so that's just a little bit of yellow ochre right there to kind of give that tree a little bit of definition right there. Now I'm going to take some black and a chip brush. And so I'm just kind of all you gotta do is kind of tap a little bit. Alright, I'll be right back with this one. What I have here is some yellow ochre, and I've just got a little bit of light coral. I'm mixing that in, and I got a little bit of grass green. And when you mix all those in, you should get kind of a going for almost a orange color. I'm going to actually add a little bit of orange in here. This right here is just plain orange, what they're calling it. I'll put just a little bit, not much. Don't take much. You can mess up a painting with too much. I don't want that. Oh yeah, that's the color I wanted. It's an orangey brown color that these trees will sometimes get. Alright, now we'll go the opposite direction now, and I'll take just a little bit of white, not much, and I'll mix up this green here that I got, because it's kind of it's still kind of a sedate green, but it's kind of light. You push down. Kind of bear down a little bit. And there we go. All right. Back with this one. With that, I think I'm going to sign my name. got some red mixed with a little bit of white, scarlet red. There we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. So this right here was just inspired by a fishing trip I took recently. And I love being on the water. And so this was just a scene from many scenes. It's not something in particular, but something I just saw. And I saw it's a frequent scene here in Northwest Florida, a cypress tree. And so I just love them. I think that they're awesome, and I wanted to do something with a cypress tree. So that's the whole reason behind it. I normally put little birds and things of that nature. I always have some type of wildlife doing something in my painting, usually. I've won some awards, so it's not like this is really a hobby. I've done it enough that I've made some serious money in the past on it. I want to get back into it more, but it's hard. It's difficult. It takes a lot of effort for me to get a painting out. Nothing like what it was back 2018. Before then, I could paint one out in 45 minutes, no problem. Now, not so much. But I'm trying to get there, and with your support, just watching these videos, that really does help. If you want to buy one, you can reach out to me and you can buy one. I do, like I said, the feather painting ornaments, so if you want some ornaments, just to give you an idea of what the prices tend to be, ornaments run about $35. Now, I do big feathers, and those big feathers start out at $250, and they go up. I've sold them all the way up to $500. And so this feather right here is, roughly about the size of a Bic lighter. It is about as long as a Bic lighter and about 2 of the widths of a Bic lighter wide. So that kind of gives you an idea of how big this feather really is. It's really small. And I haven't talked to the framing company that I normally use, but I'm anticipating that if I had this professionally framed, you'd be looking at about $200, just because prices are going up. I've got one big feather painting of a kingfisher, and it's $250, and I imagine today, if I went back to that framing company, I'd have to charge $350 at least. And I gave somebody a feather, and they had it professionally framed. I told them what to get and what to do, and where they lived, it was already $400 something. For me, it was not nearly that. About $200 would have been enough if I had it framed and sold it to them. So prices vary based off of where you live. But I thought you'd like that. Another way that you can support the channel, I've got, Patreon, and there's Super Thanks, and there's all these other things that you can do where if you want to help out the channel, that you can do that. But I've never really done that well with Patreon, so I hadn't even kept it up lately because there's been little interest in it. And so I guess it's one of those things, if you don't keep it up and you don't promote it because there's no interest, you'll never have interest. I guess I need to pick that up, but there's only so many hours a day. But if you do want to help out the channel, one thing that you can do is, I am now a brand ambassador for fioboc. And if you haven't watched that video of me doing the review on these shirts, you need to watch that review. It was eye-opening. And so fioboc, they asked me to be a brand ambassador for them. So what does that mean? It means that you can use my promo code KenJo882 and use the link down below. And when you order something from fioboc, you'll get 20% off your total order, and then I'll get a small commission. Alright, so that is a way for you to help out yourself, help out the channel. So if you want the best, most comfortable shirts, socks, shorts, you name it, go to fioboc at the link down below and use my promo code KenJo882 to get 20% off at checkout. With that, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. This channel has been growing. We're slowly edging up. When I get to 5,000 subscribers, I kind of want to figure out some type of giveaway program. I want to do something. So please let me know what you would like for me to do for a 5,000 subscriber giveaway. If you're not subscribed already, please, it's free. Hit that subscription button. Hit that notification bell. YouTube will notify you when I have new videos come out. I really would appreciate that. Also, give this video a like. You don't have to comment, nothing else. Just give it a like. That's called an engagement. YouTube loves that kind of stuff. And if you're subscribed and you hit the like button, you're considered to be a more valuable viewer to YouTube than if you do nothing. All right? So that's a good way to help out the channel. And if you like this video, you might like this video here. There's a video over here you might like. And down below, there's another video that YouTube thinks that you would like of my content based off of your viewer preferences. And the reason why I say that is because this video is over with. Bye.